In addition to what Mr. Jim was saying, I'm going to talk a little bit about the innovations in ironclad. Right, the ironclad ships of the Confederacy were built in two different styles. The Merrimack in with the Virginia class, a deep oceans hold ship with guns at each gun port. And the Diamond class ship, which the CSS Noose is, an elongated diamond with guns that maneuver out of different gun ports, typically having a ram on their front. What made the ironclads special is they were ships with no sails. They're traditionally driven off of steam engines driving the propeller of the ship, right? Also, they're clad in armor. No other ship before this time had iron armor on it. The idea of ironclads go back to ironcladded gun positions during the Crimean War. After the Crimean War, the British and the French both built iron-hulled ships. Due to advances in artillery, those ships had quickly become outclassed. Artillery could puncture through those solid metal hulls. So the Confederacy went with the ironclad ship, having wooden backing behind your armor to help absorb some of the kinetic energy developed from the new rifled large guns. It's one of the innovations in the ironclad. Is its guns, its armor, and its steam-driven ability, not needing wind power. I'm going to talk a little bit about the ironclads Mr. Jim mentioned. You got the CSS Albemarle built on the Roanoke River. Just a little bit downstream from modern-day Halifax County. It was successful in going downriver and supporting the Confederate Navy in the retaking of Plymouth, North Carolina. The other ironclads, we had another ironclad being attempted to be built in Tarboro that was destroyed by a Union raid. Also, the other two ironclads of the Virginia class were built in Wilmington, North Carolina, the CSS North Carolina, CSS Raleigh. The North Carolina, due to the fact they didn't have copper plating for a hull, was attacked by wood-boring worms that ended up sinking that ship. The CSS Raleigh had a better success. It went out, challenged the Federal Navy blockade, helped drive them off. But as it came back into port, ran into a sandbar, which as the tide went out, pressure on its keel broke the keel, and that ship had to be surrendered to the waves.